So tell me, how do you learn how to fish grass?
People sometimes get confused with grass, they get overwhelmed by grass. I tell people to take a simple approach to grass fishing. The fish are either going to be on the outside grass line or they're going to be on the inside grass line. Sam Rayburn, Toledo Bend are two lakes that I grew up fishing. Our lake levels fluctuate from year to year. Early in the year, you'll normally have an inside grass line. Later in the year, when you get in the late summer and late fall, most of the time you'll just have an outside grass line. The lakes will draw down and you just form that outside grass line. But when the lakes come up in the winter and the spring and stuff, you have where the inside grass line was the bank on in now, which forms an inside grass line. So I approach a grass lake, especially a grass lake that has contour change on it, is the fish are going to follow the contour lines of the lake and they're going to use the grass as cover. So keep that in mind. That's your first approach. You fish the points, you fish the creek bends, you fish the intersections. I tell people this in seminars I do all the time. Visualize yourself driving down the street. What's the busiest part of the street? It's an intersection where things intersect. And I try to fish intersections. I feel like the travel corridors where they intercept, that's going to be your most productive areas. So I fish grass lines like that. Now, if you get on a flat body of water like a Florida or, where you don't have much contour changes and you have a lot of grass, then I start looking for some type of edge. Usually it's an outside edge, but also look for like where there's grass voids, where there's bare spots, where there's a hard spot within that grass, or maybe there's a mixture of where hydrilla and milfoil meet, or coontail and milfoil meet, or something like that. I'm looking for something different, but I'm also fishing the obvious, the points, the drains and stuff like that. Don't just go down a straight grass line and expect to catch fish on it, because your most productive areas are going to be the same. Visualize that lake without grass in it and fish it. Use the same approach as a lake, that does have grass in it, and it'll help you out tremendously.